Jai Ho, my dear students. I am Ratnakar Suryamshi from SK Public School. In the last class, we have started the lesson resources. Already, I told you the meaning of resource as well as I told you that what are the factors considered to call a substance as a resource. One is utility, I mean usability. Second one is value. Value means worth or importance. So about all these things we have already learned in the previous class. So let's study about the types of resources, which means today we are going to learn about the types of resources. See, obviously there are three types of resources. How many? There are three types of resources. First one is natural. First one is natural. Second one is human made. Second one is human made. Third one is human resource. So these are the three types of resources. I mean resources can be classified into three types or into three kinds, which are those: first one natural resources, second one human made resources, third one human resources. See, the natural resource, here first we will take only about natural resource. See, the resources which are drawn from the nature, the resources which are drawn, which means which are extracted, which are taken from the nature and used without much modifications, those resources are called as natural resources. Resources which are drawn, taken or extracted from the nature and used without much changes or much alterations, much modifications, those resources are called as natural resources. Example, plenty of examples we can give: air, natural resource; water, natural resource; various types of soils, natural resources; minerals, also natural resources. And many of the resources are the gifts of nature and can be used directly only. Many of the resources are like the gifts of nature only, which can be used directly. See, for example, the air we are breathing at present, it is natural and we have not done any modification in this. Directly we are breathing the same air which is there in the nature. So this type, there are various gifts given by nature to us and we are using directly without any modification. And in some cases, I mean to use some resources, there is a need of technology. There is a need of technology as well as there is a need of some tools to use those resources. So about those also we will see. So today we will learn the types of natural resource. Types of natural resource. Mainly we can classify the natural resources on the basis of four factors. We can classify the natural resources on the basis of mainly four factors. First one, development; second one, origin; third one, exhaustibility; fourth one is distribution. So let's see about this. See, natural resources are mainly divided into various types on the basis of mainly four factors. First one, development. See, on the basis of development, natural resources can be divided into two types. On the basis of development, natural resources can be divided into two types. Which are those two types? First one, actual, and second one is potential. In these two types, first and second. First one actual and second one is potential. See here, important point: actual resources, the resources which are being used at present. I mean the resources whose quantity is known and using at present. The resources whose quantity is known. Quantity means amount, what percent or how much it is available. So that is quantity. So the resources whose quantity is known as well as using at present, those resources are called as actual resources. Example, see, rich deposits of coal in the Ruhr region of Germany. Rich deposits of coal, 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 in the Ruhr region of Germany. That is the best example here. And petroleum in the West Asia. Petroleum in the West Asia. OPEC countries we call West Asian countries. OPEC countries. OPEC means oil producing and exporting countries. So all those, Iran, Israel, Iraq, etc. all, even including Saudi Arabia, these are all called as OPEC countries and West Asian countries. So petroleum is found there. So that's why at present we are using petroleum. So that's why petroleum is also best example for actual resource. As well as a dark soil of Deccan Plateau or dark soil of Maharashtra. Dark soil means black soil of Deccan Plateau of Maharashtra or South India. That is also example for actual resource. Now potential. Now potential resource means the quantity may not be known and not being used at present. The resources whose quantity may not be known. Known, may be known or may not be known, and not being used at present. Not being used at present. Could be used in the future. Could be used in future. Those resources are called as potential. See, potential resources are not being at used at present. Why? Because lack of technology. Present technology is not enough to use those resources. Those resources are called as potential. For example, the uranium found in Ladakh. The uranium found in Ladakh, we know that uranium is available in Ladakh, but we don't have technology to extract that uranium from the Ladakh and to use it. So, this type of resources are called as potential resources. Even before 200 years ago, windmill energy was also the potential. But now we have windmill and we are producing energy. So that's why at present windmill energy is actual. But before 200 years ago, it was potential energy. So this is the first category. I mean, on the basis of development, resources are divided into two types. Which are those? First one actual, second one potential. Now second one is origin. On the basis of origin also resources are divided into two types. On the basis of origin also resources are divided into two types. Which are those two types? First one, biotic. See, first one biotic, second one abiotic. First one biotic and second one abiotic. Then biotic means what? The resources which have life. The resources which have life are called as biotic resources, and the resources which do not have life, are called as abiotic resources. Example for biotic, plants. We can take here. Plants are examples, as well as animals are also example for biotic, because both have life. Then abiotic resources which do not have life, those resources, say soils as well as minerals, water, etc. So including stone, all those are abiotic resources. Then third one, exhaustibility. On the basis of exhaustibility also resources are divided into two types. Then which are those two types? Renewable and non-renewable. Renewable and non-renewable. Renewable resources means, you know, that the resources whose stock can be replenished quickly, the resources which can be regenerated quickly, those resources are called as renewable resources. And non-renewable resources means the resources which cannot be replenished quickly, which required more than 100 years of time, more than the human lifespan's time. Those are called as non-renewable resources. Examples for renewable resources: forest. Forest is an example for renewable resource. And non-renewable resource, all the petroleum things. Petroleum is non-renewable thing, non-renewable resource, as well as minerals are also non-renewable resources. So this is about the resources which can be divided on the basis of exhaustibility. Those are renewable and non-renewable resources. Now the third one. Now the fourth one is on the basis of distribution also resources are divided into two types. On the basis of distribution. On the basis of distribution also resources are divided into two types. Then which are those? First one is ubiquitous. First one is ubiquitous. Second one is actual. Second one is here ubiquitous and localized, not actual, localized. First one ubiquitous. First one is ubiquitous and second one is, as I told you, that ubiquitous, and second one is localized. Second one is localized. See, ubiquitous means the resources which found everywhere. The resources which found everywhere, those are all called as ubiquitous resources. For example, air is available everywhere on this earth. So that's why air is best example for ubiquitous. The resources which found everywhere, those resources are called as ubiquitous. Localized means the resources which found in some specific or in some particular places or in particular areas or regions, those resources are called as localized. For example, minerals, particular minerals, for example, iron ore, or it may be bauxite or coal, etc., even gold or diamond, these all found in some specific areas. So that's why we call them as localized resources. So these are the four categories. On these basis, the natural resources are divided or classified. So these are the types of natural resources. So hope you have understood, and remaining topics we will continue in the next class. Thank you. Jai Hind.